hey, it is an unstoppable day. Welcome to BTBY TV, you guys, for another wonderful presentation. You are watching the sneak peek of the BTBY experience coming to Kansas City August 25th through the 27th. We are looking forward to a great experience. Want to see your face in the place so you can meet me, Mr. Unstoppable, and the Professor of Change, the visionary of this whole BTBY experience. Welcome to the stage, Brenda Ringwood. Hey, Brenda.
Hey, Terrence, how are you?
Man, I am okay, but I want to be fabulous just like you with that great background and wonderful, beautiful summer
Mm.
afternoon. Getting ready to talk about an exciting experience. Tell them a little bit more about it.
Oh man, this is an experience. It's not an event, it's not a conference, it's not a seminar. It is an experience because you get to hobnob, rub elbows with everyday Joes. And you know what? That's what our world is about. It's not about the rich and famous and about the up and coming. It is about the everyday Joes that makes this world go around because even the rich and famous and the up and coming were still everyday Joes. At one time of their life, they were still everyday Joes.
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know what BTBY stands for, where you been all this time? It stands for becoming the best you. And that's what our experience is going to be bringing to you on August 25th through the 27th, helping you move from the ordinary to the extraordinary, helping you move from average to unstoppable, helping you to determine right now that now is the time for you to become the best version of yourself. And as
Mhm.
Brenda said, we've got some everyday Joes disguised as superheroes and change
Mhm.
makers and people who are going to influence you in ways you never thought possible that are here today taking time out of their busy schedule to give you a sneak peek into what you can get if you show up at the BTBY experience. So let's start with ladies first. Let's welcome to the stage our famous influencer is Miss Sherry Berger. Hey Sherry, how are
Good
you?
morning. Good morning. Great to see you.
Great to be seen. And let's bring on, I like to call him Mr. President. He is distinguished Toastmaster Donald D. Tolson. Hey Donald,
I'm
how
a
are you?
distinguished Toastmaster too.
Oh well,
Really?
you
Hello.
but you are distinguished in your own right, Sherry. So that's why you got. Oh, well, Donald, that was smooth, Donald. That was smooth what you did, Donald.
Yes, yes. I
And
just stepped
last,
in the other room.
oh yeah. Okay. And last
You
but
didn't
not
want to be in the same
least,
room with me.
last but not least, the man who will help you move from hell in the hallway to the world of happiness. It's Mr. Brian Ashworth. Hey, Brian.
How are you?
We are great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So these guys here, they are going to be on stage in the building all weekend long, August 25th through the 27th for the BTBY experience. But they're going to share a little bit of their time right now to give you a little bit of the reasons why they are part of the BTBY experience and what you can expect before what you can expect when you see them in the place. But before we start talking to them, let's give you a little sneak peek of what's going to happen at the BTBY experience in Kansas City, August 25th through the 27th. We'll be right back with BTBY TV. All you have to do is to click that link, comechangeyourlife.com, get your tickets for this upcoming event. So let's talk to the speakers. Brenda, you have arranged a plethora of speakers from all demographics, from all walks of life, people who are living their life on the next level. Well, let's
Mhm.
talk about how you came up with the ideal for these fantastic speakers, and then we'll kick it down to our speaker who's going to help people move out of the hell that's in their own hallways, Brian Ashworth. Take it away, Brenda.
It's funny because today I'm speaking at Activate Your Power Now at 11, and it's called True Compassion. And it fits right into why we BTBY, because the word compassion means to feel sorry for, or to want to see people do better. And it's not that we felt sorry for anybody, but we felt sorry for the situations that people are in. And that led to a passion to help them to do better, to give them the next level of their life, a way to get there. And it's a beautiful thing, because in order to have passion, you first have to have compassion. So you have a reason that drives that passion. And I got tired of seeing people being stuck. And I thought, everybody deserves a chance to have the life that they want. And sometimes people, as Sherry Berger says, need a cheerleader. And I wanted to be their cheerleader.
All right. Well, speaking of one of our cheerleaders, this guy is one of our graduates of the BTBS, the Becoming the Best Speaker Academy, which is also a division of BTBY. You'll hear more about that at the BTBY experience. And he shares a personal story of dealing with hell in his own hallway, and how he's used some tools, tips, and strategies to help himself get out of that hell. And if you stick and stay, listen to what he has to say, you'll learn some tools, tips, and strategies yourself. Let's welcome to the stage Mr. Brian Ashworth. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how are you?
We are doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm great. It's a busy week. It's a busy weekend. I've got crews all over Kansas City doing some lighting jobs and installations. So it's busy, but it's good. I like bringing light to people's life.
I love it. Green lighting people's life, not only with technology, but with your words of inspiration. So tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm a connector. I love connecting people. More importantly, I love helping people optimize their life. I always say if you optimize your life, you can optimize your business. So that's what I do. I help individuals optimize their well-being, because you are wherever you go and you are wherever you show up. And I think a lot of times in life, we tend to, especially men, we have our own boxes and we tend to kind of separate who we are from whatever role. If I'm a dad, I'm a dad. If I'm a boss, I'm a boss. Whatever role I'm in, and we forget every other role, kind of like their own box. But the truth is regardless of what role or label or hat I'm wearing, I am who I am. It's like Papa, I am what I am. That's all that I am. And I am who I am, whatever role or hat I put on. It's me. And so if I can optimize my well-being, I will optimize me in every role of my life, including my business.
I love it. I love it. And so, what made you decide to be a part of this BTBY experience? And what does the phrase "becoming the best you" mean to you?
Well, I'm here because Brenda made me.
Okay, good reason.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you get to know Brenda, there's two things that you'll very quickly realize about Brenda. She goes for what she wants. She believes in what she believes in, and she's got a heart bigger than all of that. And I met Brenda first. It's a funny story. I first met her on LinkedIn years ago. 2 years later, I met a networking event. I'm in line to get my food, and I'm with someone, and I look behind me, and I said, I think that's Brenda Ringwood. And so I get out of line. It's funny. She was telling a story the other day. Said I freaked her out. I get out of line, walked up to her, and I said, "Is your name Brenda Ringwood?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Can I give you a hug?" And so it's just, ever since then, she and I have been good friends, and I love what she's doing. I believe in it. Obviously, I want to grow and change and become the best me. And so obviously it was an easy buy-in for me. What does it mean to me? First of all, BTBY is a constant daily reminder that I'm always should be moving forward. I think sometimes we forget. And this is why this is important to me is sometimes I think we forget that change, I think gives this perception that change is chaotic, that it's going to require a whole lot of me. But, change doesn't have to be chaos. Look at the grass grow. The grass is growing through change. Flowers bloom, go through change. Butterflies go through their metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's change. But change happens at a slow rate. It's not chaotic. And that's why we need to be aware. And that's why we need reminders. And that's what BTBY is for me. It's a reminder that change is always happening. But change that's happening isn't always good. And if I don't have that awareness, I could be changing, going the opposite or wrong direction. And that too is change. So if I'm not aware of the change in my life and the direction it's taking me, then I'm robbing myself of the choice of the direction I'm going and the life that I want. So that's what BTBY is for me, is a community of people that support me, that encourage me, and that remind me that this is the change, and they hold me accountable. This is the change that you said that you want. Hey, you're not, are you going in that direction? So that's why this is important to me.
I love it. It provides community, it provides support, and it provides accountability to you to know that change is not only possible, but change is something that you said you wanted. That's very, I love how you put that together into a sentence, because for many of us, that's what the journey is all about. The journey to change, the journey to transformation, the journey to discovering who the best version of you actually is, and then being accountable to getting to that point. That's what we hope each and every one of you will get when you join us in Kansas City on August 25th, so that you can start mapping out your journey towards the best version of you. Now, Brian, before we let you go, give us a sneak peek, maybe a minute or so, of what you're going to be talking about at this year's experience.
Well, you've kind of thrown my original kind of talk out there, hell in the hallway. If you haven't heard, of course, many haven't. I've talked to Bren. I'm going to pull just a piece of that story out and elaborate.
Brian, we can't hear you.
I hear you. You're muted or something.
Brian, did you mute yourself all of a sudden? All right, Brian is talking, but we can't hear him. It's technology, you guys. Maybe let's Sherry, you can probably lip read what he's saying, because it looks like it's very profound. It looks like it's really touching on the things that he's gone through. But
Brian, you're muted. I think he finally stopped.
No, you're muted. We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
We missed all that great prose, that repose that you were sharing with us. I guess because I said we wanted a sneak peek, that the whole broadcast just
now you're definitely muted. I can see your mic say muted. Now, are you unmuted? Talk, Brian. Just say hi.
Brian, if you can hear us, tap your ear. If you can hear us, tap your ear. Okay, I guess he can't hear us either.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and move on since we're short on time.
Absolutely. So you guys, you can definitely check out Brian Ashworth. He's going to have his face in the place on August 25th through the 27th. You'll see him here at the BTBY experience. Make sure you get your tickets. You can go to comechangeyourlife.com, comechangeyourlife.com, where you can get all the information about what's happening with our event throughout that whole weekend. Fun, fellowship, food, and networking opportunities, as well as our phenomenal breakouts that we're going to have, where you can take the tools, tips, and strategies and implement them that weekend towards becoming the best version of you. And we're going to move it right along. Hey, Brenda, same questions to you. Tell the audience again who you are. Tell them what the BTBY experience really has meant to you as the visionary, and then a sneak peek of what you're going to be talking about on that weekend?
Well, I'm Brenda Ringwood. I am the professor of change. I am also the founder of Becoming the Best You. And when I originally thought of this vision and put the people in place, Terrence being number one, I never dreamed of what it was going to actually do for me. See, the people in our community are helping me to become the best version of myself. They keep me accountable. They teach me something every time I hear them speak. If it's a virtual, if it's in a class, if it's on a stage, if it's just an everyday conversation, because that is who we are. And what am I going to speaking about? I always talk a little bit about relationships, but this time I'm going to talk about cleaning up your own house.
Mm.
Wow. You're just gonna leave us on the edge of that. Leave us in the dirty
Right, you
house.
got to
Don't
come to
even
the
give us
event to find out. Yeah. When I see Judy is watching from Kenya, Nairobi, and guess what, Judy? All of you guys out there, if you send me a message, I will send you the link so you can watch it for free.
Absolutely, because we definitely want this to be a worldwide event. Thank you, Judy, for watching us from Nairobi, Kenya. And that, when you talk about becoming the best version of yourself, one of the things I'll tell you right now I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about the three things that we always talk about when it's something, a goal we want to achieve: ready, willing, and able. Ready, willing, and able. And in order for you to reach a goal, you have to do the things that Judy's doing right now. You have to be willing to get up and lose some sleep, maybe in the process, in order to have yourself in front of those people that's going to help you to get to the next level. That Kenya is approximately, don't correct me if I'm wrong, Brenda, 8 to 10 hours ahead of us, right?
Right at
So
8 hours. Well, yes, 8 hours for me, 7 hours from you guys.
So it's nighttime where Judy is on a Saturday night. And what are most people doing on a Saturday night around the world? Well, it's definitely not listening to a personal development, professional development type of programming. But that's what makes the difference between action takers and people who are just saying woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's that willingness to do what others won't so that you can move to a place where others don't ever get to. So we thank you, Judy, for joining us, and we thank you for sharing that. And I love, Brenda, how you talked about, or you teased about, relationships and building your house, because I often talk about building your goals just like you build your house. You first, before you can live in that goal, you got to build the foundation for that goal. And then you got to create the pillars of that house that's going to be that strong foundation for which your goals are going to live on. And then you have to make sure that each component of the goal has its own room that needs to be worked on, that needs to be put together, so that the entire goal, the entire structure of the goal is in place, and it turns out to be a beautiful goal.
It is,
So
but
we
I'm
are
not just talking about building the house. I'm talking about cleaning up your own house.
absolutely,
Sometimes we don't do that. We do not
absolutely
clean up our own messes. And when you don't do that, you're building a foundation on something that is junk.
dirt. Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, I just had to pull some more out of you. So thank you. Oh, that's a good, good MC. So last but not least, Brenda, because I know you got to run, and then we're going to hang out with Donald and Sherry a little bit longer. Why they missed out in February? They missed out on some of the other opportunities to become the best version of themselves through our tribe and our programming. Why now is a good time for those who missed it before to decide to become the best version of themselves right now? And we're here to help them.
Are you talking to me or are you going to bring
I'm
somebody else
talking to
up?
you.
If you missed out, you missed out. There's nothing you can do to fix that, but you can change coming to this event, even if you watch it virtually. If you can't get to Kansas City, go on over to comechangeyourlife.com. Virtual tickets are only $10. But you missed out meeting some amazing people in person. The networking and the community that we build, it is a family. We all do business together. We all help each other. We support each other. We collaborate. We do not compete. Did you hear me? We collaborate. We do not compete. And this
Absolutely.
time we are going to be announcing some very special additions to Becoming the Best You.
Absolutely. So stick and stay, you guys. Go. You see it going on across the ticker at the bottom. Go to the website comechangeyourlife.com and sign up right now to have your face in the place for our BTBY experience. Comechangeyourlife.com. And if by chance you can't make it to Kansas City, you can also sign up for some of our virtual um, replays and sneak peeks into our live experience that weekend. But going over to comechangeyourlife.com. Thank you, Brenda, for dropping in with us this morning for our sneak peek. We're going to take another commercial break, and then we're going to come back with the DTMs in the house, the distinguished Toastmasters, Sherry Berger and Donald Tolson. You guys, you are watching BTBY TV.
Becoming the best version of yourself is a journey. When you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Let's start your journey today at comechangeyourlife.com. All you have to do is take the first step, and we will help you along the way. Are you ready? Change starts now. Become the best version of yourself. Reach for the world. Kansas City is coming. comechangeyourlife.com. Become the best version of you. Let known influencers such as Saucony Prince and Dr. Ruben West show you how to overcome and move forward and get to the next stage of your life. You don't want to miss this, Kansas City. August 25th through the 27th, comechangeyourlife.com. Host Brenda Ringwood and Terrence Lethbridge bring quality speakers. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com because change happens here. Welcome to Becoming the Best You, where superheroes are made. Become your own superhero. You can do it. Stop being the sidekick. You are a superhero. Show us your power. Join us today and reach for the world. Learn how at Becoming the Best You. So grab your cape, superhero, and meet us there. ComeChangeYourLife.com, August 25th through the 27th. Becoming the Best You, Kansas City is the best conference of the year. Come meet Saucony Prince and Dr. Ruben West, international speakers and leaders. Becoming the Best You, where you become the best version of you. Are you letting doubt, insecurities, and others rule your life? Are you stuck? Then you do not want to miss this experience. ComeChangeYourLife.com, where you will meet world-class leaders. ComeChangeYourLife.com, Kansas City Hilton Airport.
Welcome back to BTBY TV. I am your host, Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Lethbridge, the CEO of BTBY, and we are hanging out with some of our speakers that are going to be a part of the BTBY experience coming up in Kansas City on August 25th. So you got to have your face in the place, so join us virtually. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com, comechangeyourlife.com, and you can get all the information so that you can sign up for this historic event. So we're hanging out with our, I guess I'm just going to call this the DTM segment because it was really put in front of me. So we're hanging out with our guests, Donald Tolson and Sherry Berger. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello,
Good,
Mr. Unstoppable. How are you?
Great. So, Sherry, let's talk to you. Let's get an idea of who Sherry Berger is. And now you got to throw in this whole distinguished Toastmaster thing in case somebody doesn't know what that stands for. So take a second, tell us who you are and why you have decided to be a part of this BTBY experience.
Good morning or good afternoon. It depends on where you are in the world, right? But anyway, I am Sherry Berger, and I am really big on making an impact in the Kansas City area. Actually, I even won the Kansas City Businesswoman Advocate of the Year, but I've won a couple awards and I got a DTM, but that's not really who I am. Those are just, I call them God winks along the way as you're growing to become the best version of you. What I love about BYB, becoming the best version of you, is I love the fact that we constantly need to be growing as people. So as we're going along the route. So that's why I belong to Toastmasters, because I wanted to grow. And now I stay in to mentor and coach and help a lot of people in Toastmasters. So if you don't know about Toastmasters, I would suggest go out there and look at Toastmasters.com, because that's a phenomenal group too. But anyway, this group is great because you're growing. And when you find like-minded people that are about personal development and always becoming the best version of yourself, because I am always growing to being a better version of myself, obviously, along the way. And I want to be more like Jesus. So definitely, I want to make sure that I'm involved in groups like this. So that's why I'm involved in this group. What I do for a living is I am a coach and a consultant, and I go out and impact. I'm a speaker. I do a lot of seminars and training and all that kind of stuff out in the Kansas City area, except for with the pandemic, you even got bigger, right? Now you can
Absolutely.
do it on Zoom, and I got people in other states. And so I am the owner of Here to There Consulting, and we educate business owners with those tools to balance life, business, and your finances, because I like to help you create the life and business that you deserve. So do you see why BYT works right in with what I do?
Yes, absolutely. And when you think about BTBY, becoming the best version of you, and we think about the name of your business, Here to There Consulting, what made you decide to call it From Here to There?
Oh, the name of my business, it was funny because I was praying and trying to come up with a name and everything. It sounds like a moving company, though, and I never thought of that. But we create custom roadmaps to get people from here to there in their life and their business. So I don't believe that people are A, B, C, or D, even if they have the same companies, right? Even if they both, own the same kind of company. Personalities and people are so different, and what they want for their life and their business. And Terrence and Donald and the audience, I want to let you know, you and I all know that life is short. So why not create the life and business that you love? I almost died 5 years ago. That's a whole nother story in itself. But it really made me realize that. And my brother died in the Pentagon 9/11, right? And he was never identified. So a lot of losses that have helped in any of our lives, right? We know that life is too short. And I said right multiple times, you Toastmaster people, and I need to stop that.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that. And Sherry, you said something poignant, and I got to come back to it because I don't know. I don't let anything fly out the room. You said your company sounds like a moving company. And in essence, it is, because you're moving people's lives from here to there. And think about this. This is going to be a tweetable for somebody. If we invested as much time in moving our stuff as we into moving our life, think how much farther we would be. We spend hundreds, thousands of dollars sometimes moving our stuff from one place to another. We put a whole algorithm together on how we're going to pack our stuff, how we're going to load our stuff, then how we're going to move our stuff, and then how we're going to unpack our stuff again when it gets to the new destination. But we put very little time into how planning and how we're going to move our life to the next destination. And then when we get to that destination, how we're going to move it again to another destination. So your business is very valuable. You are in the not the stuff moving business, you are in the life moving business. So
Yes.
I appreciate what you do. And I'm so glad that you are part of the BTBY community. Now, last but not least, I don't know how you're going to really go beyond that, Donald. But Donald, come introduce yourself and let them know who you are and what you do. And then we have a special guest that I'm going to bring in on the phone after that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Unstoppable. Well, for everyone, my name is Distinguished Toastmaster Donald D. Toaston Sr. I am in District 84. I am the Public Relations Manager, which means that I'm number 4 in the district. I'm part of the what we call the Quattro, and I'm number 4. But I'm the owner of Speaking to Impact and Change. That's my speaking company, and one of the things that I do is I train and I coach emerging speakers. I help them to become the best version of themselves. Now, one of the things I will be talking about, that's not only one of the things, there's a couple of things, but the main point is that I will be speaking on how to get back up when you've been knocked down, how to get back up when you've been knocked down, because I believe that all of us at some point in our life have faced some type of challenge or some type of adversity. So I will be speaking on that and giving some tidbits, some actionable steps in order to help you get back up when you have faced that adversity and have been knocked down.
Wow, fabulous. It's the great Les Brown, my from afar mentor, that says, if you get knocked down, make sure you fall on your back so that you can look up. Because
Yes.
if you can look up, you
You can
can
get up.
get up. And that's something that I think about all the time. Thank God I don't fall too much, literally. But every time I fall in there, every time I slip on that crack walking down the street, I always try to do a pivot so I land on my back, because I
Yes.
always want to look up. And what you're doing, very similar to what Sherry's doing and getting you from here to there, you're helping people focus not on where their past, which you can't change, and
Mhm.
sometimes not on their present where they are right now, but you always keep them focusing on their future, because there is so much more in ahead of you than there was behind you. So we appreciate what you guys are doing both and what you're going to be bringing to the audience. Now, before we talk to you guys about get a sneak peek, excuse me,
Oh, bless you.
live TV, there you go.
There you go.
And before I was going to bring on our special guest, but let me see if I can get our special guest back on the line. He was having some technical difficulties in getting in on the system. And okay, so let's try to get our special guest back. But before we do that, and before you guys talk about what you're going to be talking about at the event, let's give them another preview of what they can expect when they come to the Becoming the Next You experience in Kansas City. You guys are watching BTBY TV.
Becoming the best version of yourself is a journey. When you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Let's start your journey today at comechangeyourlife.com. All you have to do is take the first step, and we will help you along the way. Are you ready? Change starts now. Become the best version of yourself. Reach for the world. Kansas City is coming. comechangeyourlife.com. Become the best version of you. Let known influencers such as Saucony Prince and Dr. Ruben West show you how to overcome and move forward and get to the next stage of your life. You don't want to miss this, Kansas City. August 25th through the 27th, comechangeyourlife.com. Host Brenda Ringwood and Terrence Lethbridge bring quality speakers. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com, because change happens here.
Absolutely. Change happens here. And if you're ready to change your life and to make the rest of 2023 the best of 2023, then come on over to comechangeyourlife.com. Register now for the BTBY experience in Kansas City. So we're back with our special guests, Sherry Berger and Donald Tolson. And on the phone, we've got another one of our speakers local to the Kansas City area, doing things real big to rejuvenate and revitalize the city of Kansas City, as well as the state. Let's welcome redeveloper Bill Kimball to the BTBY TV show. Hey, Bill, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I am doing great.
Great.
Doing great. I would like to say a shout out to the whole BTBY family. I appreciate being able to come to you.
Well, we appreciate you being able to come on for a couple of seconds. I know there was a little technical difficulty getting on the stream, so we wanted to make sure they got a chance to hear your voice at least. Tell them who redeveloper Bill Kimball is.
Well, Bill Kimball is just a guy here in Kansas City who felt like revitalizing the urban core was part of his calling to help rebuild the communities that I helped tear down at one point in time. So when I first got introduced to the BTBY, I good and the bad. And I said, well, it's just something I would just love to be a part of.
So, you know what? You said something in that statement, and I'd never let things fall apart or fly by. You said now you're tasked with rebuilding the city that once you used to tear down. Tell us a little bit about that transformation of Bill Kimball.
Well, I guess maybe with age, when you're young, you kind of ripping and running the streets. But as I grew older and I saw that my community had a lot of grievances, and I wanted to help with the grievances. I wanted to be a solution to the problem and not the problem or solve the problem. So I just devoted my entire existence, my professional career, to just rebuilding the community and just trying to get out in front of it and just complain about the issue, be the solution to the problem.
I love that. I love that. Sometimes we have to realize that when we're trying to find solutions to large problems in cities, counties, states, even in the country, that the solution starts with us. It starts with me. There is no I in team, but there is a me. And to become the team of becoming the best version for all of us, we have to determine how can I help be part of that solution instead of part of the problem. And we're glad that you've made that transformation and that you're going to be a part of Team BTBY in Kansas City. So, Bill, before we let you go, tell our audience one reason you think why they should have their face in the place on August 25th through the 27th.
It's almost spiritual to be able to just to hear speakers talk about their lives and give that advice to how to go to the next level. Whatever issue that you might be having, somebody else shares that same flaw or the thought pattern. Somebody else shares it. Somebody else went through that same issue that you're having. And one of these speakers will touch on it and it'll be able to help your life to the next level.
I love that. And Aaron Page says, Bill Kimball, thank you for uplifting our city. Absolutely, Aaron. Thank you so much. And Bill, thank you for calling in. Thank you for sharing some time with us on the BTBY TV. We look forward to seeing you live and in person in Kansas City on August 25th. Okay, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. You guys, that was Bill Kimball, redeveloper in Kansas City, doing it real big. And he will be on the stage with the rest of our phenomenal audience at the BTBY experience. So you definitely want to have your face in the place for that experience. Hey, you guys, he said something, and I want to get your opinion on it. He's one of those few people that said, you know, he wants to uplift the city he once tore down. And in our own personal lives, maybe we haven't tore down a city. Maybe we haven't tore down a situation similar to Bill, but maybe we've tore ourselves down. Maybe we've tore our family down. Maybe we've tore our relationships down. Speak a little bit to how it's okay to transform from tearing down situations into building up situations. And Sherry, I'll start with you because again, you're taking us from here to there.
So did we change the question you said about building up situations versus tearing them down? Is that what you asked for?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm talking about the right table topic here. Come on, Mr. All right. Well, no, it's so important. We can either build ourselves up or we can tear ourselves down, right? Thought, right? My book that I wrote, stop saying right, Sherry, or like. There you go. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to stop it because I'm unstoppable. There you go, Mr. Stoppable. But anyway, Mr. Unstoppable. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We can either tear ourselves down with the words that we say to ourselves, or we can build ourselves up. Chapter 1 of my book is all about mindset, because everything we do in our business and our life all starts with mindset. So mindset, what we're thinking, our thoughts are not always true. We can retrain them. and the way that we interact with other people, right? To show grace and forgiveness. And when somebody's not being nice out in the community, looking at things in their eyes, right? And realizing, I just said right again, but looking at it in their eyes and realizing that maybe they're having a bad day. And what about a smile or the way you respond to them? How could you make it better? So here in Kansas City, where we're having the conference, we are a big, huge community and we know lots of people here. But what an impact just every day when you're walking out in the world can you make? And so I talk to people with their business and their life a lot about that mindset and the way we treat others. And if you treat enough people, if you help enough people get what they want, then you end up getting what you want too. So it's just about going up, showing up in the world and making an impact for the better, not the worst.
I love it. Great answer to the table topics. We'll send you a tag. Hey, Donald, let's see if you'll earn your ribbon. And you guys who are watching, you probably have absolutely no idea what we're talking about, but that's okay. So many times, Donald, you've probably seen in your practice and what you do in your other life that people can't get to BTBY because they felt like what they've already done in the past is so devastating that that's it, game over. What do you say to people like that?
You know, Terrence, when we say game over, it means that we have gotten to a point in our life where we just can't see hope. We just can't see hope. We have given up. Thing that I talk about is about being a winner. Winners, quitters never win, and winners never quit. One of my favorite scriptures says, "You win if you don't quit." Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to go through some situations. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have some tears. You know, there's been times when I've gotten in my car, and when life happens, life happens. I've gotten in my car, I've driven, and the tears begin to flow because I need to release. And when I begin to have that quiet time, that prayer time, which we all need, and I release. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the hearts of man the things which God has prepared for those that love him. So when you begin to love yourself, even when you get into a situation where you can't see any hope, always know that there is a brighter day if you don't give up. Winners, we never quit. We were born to win. Why were we born to win? Because we were created in the image and the likeness of our Heavenly Father. And you know, I'm reminded of a time when I was at my brother's home and I was going through some situations. I was so upset, and I found myself just crying in tears, and I began to just fight and box in the spirit. And after I did that, I realized that this battle is not mine, but that it belongs to him. And when I decided to release it and not realizing that, hey, I cannot just do this in my own power because it is not mine. The battle's not mine, but it belongs to him. Then I realized that I am a winner. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So we must continue to move forward. I am excited about being going to Kansas City at the end of this month on August 25th through 27th and seeing all my good friends and just bringing the fire. That's what I do. I bring the fire, Mr. Unstoppable, and I'm ready.
Yes, you do. You bring in the fire, and thank you for answering that question. Again, you guys, no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to become the best version of you. You just have to decide, are you going to be ready to give up, or are you willing to get up, get back in the game, and continue on that journey to being the best version of you? If you want to learn how to do that, have your face in the place August 25th through the 27th for the BTBY experience, y'all. Becoming the best you. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com and sign up right now. Get your tickets, have your face in the place, or join us virtually from the comfort of your own home. Now, when we come back, we're going to get some final thoughts from our two remaining members in our sneak peek episode. But BTBY is a movement, y'all. And we're doing a couple of different things within this movement to help people become the best version of themselves. Three of the things that we have going on behind the scenes, behind our experience, is our BTBS, our Becoming the Best Speaker Academy. We've got two distinguished Toastmasters, speakers in their own right on the stage right now, but BTBY is grooming the next generation of speakers so that they can become the best speaker they can be, whether it's on stages or whether it's in relationships or whether it's in everyday conversation. That's one of the things you'll hear about in our next commercial segment, as well as from Fab Felon to Fabulous TV. We are talking to people who thought they were at the lowest points in their lives, but they've come back strong. They've taken the mantra of getting knocked down, and now they're getting up, looking up, and they are living fabulous lives. That's another part of the BTBY family. And last but not least, we are catching the people's minds at the most fertile state of their lives. Yeah, we're talking to the youth, y'all. We are creating the future through our BTBY youth experience. So you're not just coming to a conference, you're coming to a movement. And there's three ways right there that you can stick and stay with BTBY and use your gifts to create this movement. So we'll be giving you a little bit of information about all three of those, and then we'll be coming back for the remainder of BTBY TV. See you on the other side. Welcome back to this BTBY TV and our sneak peek episode with some of our favorite speakers that are going to be part of the BTBY experience. We've got Sherry Berger from Here to There Consulting, and we've got Donald Tolson with us this morning, who are sharing sneak peeks of what they're going to be talking about at the BTBY experience coming up on August 25th. Now, as we wind down from this episode, I just want to give you two the opportunity to give us just a sneak. Don't give too much away, but just a snippet of what you're going to be sharing with our audiences on August 25th through the 27th at the BTBY experience. And as always, we're going to start with ladies first. So Sherry, give us in about 30 seconds, a minute, what you plan to share with our audience on the stage on August 25th at the BTBY experience.
Okay, first of all, I want to say I cannot wait for your faces to be in the space so that we can hug each other and be with each other. And Donald, you will actually be in the room with me. I'm just telling you. So I can't wait. We're gonna have over 30 speakers, right? At BYB. Becoming the
Absolutely.
best version of you. And then we'll have all these other people that always follow us, which is great. So I cannot wait for our conference at the end of the month. So I just want to give a shout out to that. And you will actually be in my same room with me, Donald. I'm just telling you. So anyway, and Mr. Unstoppable, I'll be excited to see you. So what I'm going to be speaking about is something that's really, really important, especially like I'm a mom of 4. I'm a grandma. I've been married 29 years. I have, 4 kids. And we forget running our own business, running our own life. I have aging parents, all the things that we have on our plate. We forget about the number one thing that we need to do. And what is that? The number one thing that we need to do is make sure that we're doing self-care, because you would never try to run your car with no gas. You would never try to run your computer without it having some brake or whatever. So that's what I'm going to talk about, how important self-care is. So that's what I will be talking about. And I heard that they might be saving the best for last. There's a rumor about that, Mr. Unstoppable. But back to you.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep that rumor a rumor until they actually have their face in the place. And I just want to, congratulate you on how you can be a mother, a grandmother, married for 29 years, and only be 27. But that's fantastic. That's fabulous. And that's definitely there clearly must be some self-care going on with you to be able to have all those things happening in your life. They say self-love is the best love, and you clearly are going to be talking about the best love available to our audience. So we're looking forward to that. Mr. Tolson, or as I like to say, Mr. President,
Mr. President,
share with our audience what you're going to be bringing to the stage that weekend for the BTBY experience.
Thank you so much. First, I want to clarify what Sherry said that, hey, we're going to be in the same room. Yes, we are going to be in the same room. We had the same virtual background, and I said, hey, Sherry, what you doing in my room? She said, oh, no. So, yes, I had to go back and change mine. But the thing that I'm going to be talking about, Mr. Unstoppable, not only about being a winner, but the fact that we must recondition our mind. We must recondition our mind. The second thing is going to be is that we must utilize our gifts and our talents. And the third thing is that we must never give up. And what I use is the acronym RUN, RUN. A lot of times when life hitting us, we have to just run. We have to run by reconditioning our mind. A lot of time a scientist, they would try to figure out how soon it would take someone to give up, or we have that special gift on the inside of us, and we must utilize that gift. And the third, like I said, is that we must never give up. A lot of times we ask ourselves, when will I become successful? Well, you will become successful when you become successful. So I will be sharing that with our audience. And I'm not quite sure if it's going to be hybrid, but I think it's just going to be in the place. You must be there. August 25th through the 27th in Kansas City. Phenomenal speakers, phenomenal team. So if you can get there, be in the place. Kansas City on August the 25th through the 27th. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. As I like to say, don't meet me there, beat me there, because this is something that you definitely want to have your face in the place for this experience, not only for these two lovely people that you see on the screen. We want to give a shout out to our guest on the phone, Bill Kimball. We want to give a shout out to Brian Ashworth, who you saw earlier on this episode. And of course, the professor of change, Brenda Ringwood, will be bringing all of this together on August 25th through the 27th. So you definitely want to have your face in the place. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. Get your tickets when? Now. Get your tickets now for the BTBY experience. You will definitely enjoy it. We thank everybody who watched this sneak peek episode today on all of our digital platforms. We'll be replaying snippets of this event, this sneak peek throughout the week leading up to our event. But now is the time for you to make the rest of 2023 the best of 23. And how do you do that? Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com. It's literally in the website, comechangeyourlife.com, and we'll see you in the place on August 25th through the 27th in the beautiful city of Kansas City. And we look forward to helping you become the best version of yourself. Hey, for my guests, Donald Tolson, Sherry Berger, I am Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Lethbridge, and you've been watching BTBY TV. And as I like to always say, no matter where you are in the world today, don't just make it a great day. When you focus on becoming the best version of you, you'll make it an unstoppable day. Take care.
Becoming the best version of yourself is a journey. When you believe in yourself, you can move mountains. Let's start your journey today at comechangeyourlife.com. All you have to do is take the first step, and we will help you along the way. Are you ready? Change starts now. Become the best version of yourself. Reach for the world. Kansas City is coming. comechangeyourlife.com. Become the best version of you. Let known influencers such as Saucony Prince and Dr. Ruben West show you how to overcome and move forward and get to the next stage of your life. You don't want to miss this, Kansas City. August 25th through the 27th, comechangeyourlife.com. Host Brenda Ringwood and Terrence Lethbridge bring quality speakers. Go on over to comechangeyourlife.com because change happens here. Welcome to Becoming the Best You, where superheroes are made. Become your own superhero. You can do it. Stop being the sidekick. You are a superhero. Show us your power. Join us today and reach for the world. Learn how at Becoming the Best You. So grab your cape, superhero, and meet us there. comechangeyourlife.com, August 25th through the 27th. Becoming the Best You, Kansas City is the best.